morning, everybody. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm Audrey from Pilates Plus of Schaumburg. Take your time, start laying out your mat. I am in a different setting this morning. I will be on the ground here in the sunroom. So take your time. If you need any modifications throughout this, I'll be verbalizing them, as well as you can always sit up against a wall or take a little couch pillow and place it right under your glutes to help maintain a nice long spine through this session. It is still a beginner level, but we'll do some fun stuff today that will be a little bit challenging. I am just going to go and run through the principles of Pilates. That way, I just give you more time to get ready, trickle in, take your time. But I'm just going to run through the very first two are awareness and breath centering. So throughout this session, I do want us to be aware of what our body is doing, as well as breathing through this entire session. My most important thing is to make sure that you're taking nice big inhales and exhales. That way your body can flow through this and your muscles getting all the oxygen that it needs. Then we have our next three, which all go in together with one another. So we have alignment, stability, and mobility. We always want a nice long spine here. And at some point throughout our exercise, we are going to be stable in one portion of our body and mobile in the other, which really involves our awareness. And that way we can work that core as much as we can, because Pilates all starts from the center. So you're working from that core and growing outwards, which brings me to the next one, opposition. So growing outwards, that reaching legs in one direction, arms in the other, that's going to give us that nice big stretch and fire up from that core. Then we have our control, focus, precision, and flow for our last four. So we always just want to be aware of our body. We want each movement to flow into one and another. This is a beginner class, so I take it a little bit slower, giving you more breaks. That way we can listen to our body throughout this. And if I'm ever counting 10 sets and you're listening to your body and you're like, okay, maybe I'll only do 5, I want you to be aware of your level and take it at your own pace. And breathing throughout this will definitely help you. So we're going to start by just taking nice big deep breaths. Palms are going to be up to the sky. And let's just take a nice big inhale and exhale. And while we're here, let's just close those eyes. So we can take nice big deep breaths here. Big inhales and exhales. And I'm going to grab my clock. Big inhales and exhales here. Rolling those shoulders back and down. Picture your favorite place. That way you just get into your Zen moment here. With each inhale, grow that spine longer. Lace that rib cage together to work and fire up through that core. And let's take 3 more breath cycles. So big inhale through your nose and let the exhale last longer. Nice big inhale. And exhale. Let's stretch out this neck here. So you're going to look straight up to the sky and back down right into your lap. Look straight up. Make the eyesight go all the way, both up to the sky and down to the ground. That way you can melt into this as much as you can. Big deep breaths. Just 2 more. Last one. And bring it back to center. Now we're going to look up and over your shoulder. So look to the right side, past over your shoulder to the corner of the room, and bring it back into center. We want to take this pause in the middle because we want to be very gentle with our neck. Over to the left side now, and back to the center. And reach that eyesight up and over that shoulder. Big deep breaths. Working that core here, lacing that rib cage up. 2 more sets. Big deep breaths to release. Last set. Last side. Bring it back to center. Now let's take this ear to your shoulder. Get that nice big stretch down your side of your neck. Bring it back up to center and tip over to the opposite side and lift. And pausing in the middle each time to be gentle. And if you feel like maybe you have one side that's a little tighter than the other, you can hold it here and melt and release into it. It's important to stretch all the way from the tops of your head all the way down to your toes, and that's what we're going to be doing today. Just 2 more sets. Big deep breaths. Last set. Last side. Bring it back to center. Reach those arms out to the side. Place that right hand down and reach that left up and over. You're getting a nice big side stretch here. Try to elongate the space from your earlobe to your shoulder. And extra reach to lift, bring it back up to center. And now tip it over to the left side. Right arm reaching over. You're getting that nice big stretch. Elongate the space from your earlobe to your shoulder. Last big reach to bring it back up to center. Let those arms fall down. And let's take our legs out long in front of us on that mat and lay it down here. We're going to just do some more breath work here, working that core. So our knees are in what I like to call your little pyramid position, and they are hip distance apart. So your ankles, your knees, your hips, they're all in line, arms long and strong. And let's just start with knee waves. So rock those knees from one side of the room, use those obliques to lift and drop to the opposite side. So even while we're here getting a nice big stretch through your core and your spine, I want you to work those abdominals to bring those knees up and over, starting from those obliques. Big deep breaths. And again, if you feel that one side is a little tighter, hold there and melt and release into it. Big deep breaths. Listen to your body. 2 more sets. Last set, last side, bring it back up to center in your nice neutral position here. We're going to work on imprinting that spine. So sometimes when we're laying here, we can fit our hands through our lower back, and we want to avoid that by firing up and lifting the pelvic floor. So you're getting this nice big arch just to feel the opposition. Your rib cage is open, straight up to the sky. Take a nice big inhale, exhale, and imprint every vertebrae of your spine down onto your mat. That way you have no little mouse house in your lower back. You pick up your pelvic floor, drive that belly button down into your spine, and let's get a nice big release to open up that rib cage. Nice big counter stretch. And exhale, imprint that spine, heel up that pelvic floor, lace that rib cage. This is working that powerhouse. And release, nice big stretch in opposition. And exhale, lay every vertebrae down. Let's do a couple more of these. These are good for those abs. So release, get that nice big stretch in opposition. And exhale, imprint. Let's do 2 more. Release that rib cage, get that nice big stretch in opposition, and exhale, work that core, fire it up. You feel those abs fired up. Last one, reach in opposition with those rib cages, and take a nice big exhale. Keep that spine imprinted. We want to maintain this position, no little mouse house. And we are going to take this right leg into your chest for a nice big hug. Take 2 breath cycles here. Big inhale and exhale, and extend this right toe straight up to the sky. Arms long and strong, but if you ever need the extra added support, your hands can be holding on your hamstrings. And we're going to work on this external rotation. So naturally, you are looking directly at the back of your foot, but I'm going to have us fire up from the inner thighs, squeeze down into the booty so we can peek at that heel. And then return back to that start position and get that rotation right from your hip. Here's where we're working on our stability and mobility. So the rest of our body is stable while you're turning out this foot, looking and peeking at that heel. You're starting this from the inner thighs. Squeeze those glutes to get that external rotation. And let's power through 3, 2, and hold this last one. Maintain this position. Keep that heel in your eyesight view. If you want to make this harder for your core, your eyesight can always come up to your belly button, arms long and strong. Or if you have a little couch pillow, you can always put it behind your head for that support. Let's keep this external rotation, inner thighs fired up. Lower this leg 2 inches. Take a big inhale and exhale. Lower again 2 inches. Inhale and exhale. Drive this belly button down. Lower. Inhale and exhale. Lower. Inhale and exhale. And now reverse. Lift. Inhale and exhale. Lift. Inhale and exhale. Grow those arms nice and long. Take big deep breaths. Lift and inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Now let's lower and lift this leg for 10 and 9. Work through that quad like you're going through wet cement, so you have resistance in both directions. Power through 5, 3, 2, and 1. Hug this right knee into your chest. Let that head rest down if your eyesight was up. And take nice big inhales and exhales to calm your body. Get a little bit of a rest here. And let's take 2 more. Big inhale and exhale to release. Last one. Big inhale and exhale, and release this right leg down back into your pyramid position so we can hug this left knee into your chest. Just give it a nice big hug so you get that big hamstring stretch. Big deep breaths here to release and melt. And let's take this left toe straight up to the sky. Your arms can stay long and strong, but again, if you need that extra added support, hold that hamstring. And again, naturally, we're looking directly at the back of our foot, but we're going to work through this external rotation. So start from inner thigh, peek at that heel, and release. And open and release. Squeeze down into the glutes, down into the hamstrings. You want to be able to see that heel and then come back to your neutral position. This one's really going to work those inner thighs. Let's just do 3, 2, and 1. Hold this position. Hold this external rotation. Eyesight up at your belly button. If you wish, drive that belly button down and lower this leg 2 inches. Big inhale and exhale. Lower 2 inches. Inhale and exhale. Lower 2 inches. Big inhale and exhale. Lower 2 inches. Inhale and exhale. Now let's reverse. Still holding that external rotation. Keep it engaged. Lift another 2 inches. Big inhale and exhale. Lift. Inhale and exhale. Lift. Inhale and exhale. Lower and lift this leg for 10 and 9. Take this at your own pace. Go slow here. It's not a race. Feeling like you're going through that wet cement so you have resistance in both directions. Drive that belly button down for 5. Breathe through 3, 2, 1. Hug this knee into your chest. Let this head rest down if it was up. And nice big inhales through your nose and exhales through your mouth. We want the longest portion of this to be on your exhale to calm and release your body. Let's take 2 more breath cycles. Big inhale and exhale to release. Last one, big inhale and exhale to release. Let's take this left foot down and hug this right knee into your chest again. Let's just take 1 breath cycle here. Big inhale and exhale. Extend this right toe straight up to the sky. Arms are long and strong. Remember, we're imprinting that spine. I don't want to see a mouse house here. Eyesight up at your belly button if you would like it to be harder for your core. And to stay modified in this position, your left leg can be bent in your pyramid position. However, if you want to challenge yourself, send that left leg long. This is us reaching in opposition, what's going to make our core work more. Arms long and strong, and we're going to start with some leg circles here. Nice big leg circles. So drop this right leg down, open and circle. And they can be as big or as tiny as you want. The bigger they are, the more you're going to have to work through that core. Nice big deep breaths here. Going through wet cement. Take it at your own pace. I'm just going to count 5 more in this direction before we reverse. 4, 3 more, 2, and 1. Bring it to the top and open and reverse opposite direction. Keeping those hips as stable as you can. Here's also where our stability and mobility principles come in. Nice big deep breaths. Try to grow long behind that right leg. And 5 more. Shh. Breathe through this. Last 3, 2, and 1. Hug this right knee in, head rest down. Big deep breaths right away. Take this right leg, cross it over your body towards the left, and reach those hands in opposition towards the right. Take your eyesight with those fingertips so you get that full rotation in your spine. Really melt and release here like a little popsicle. We want to calm our body and take advantage of this stretch. Take one more big inhale. And on your exhale, bring it back to center. Now hug your left knee into your chest so we can do our same workout, same big leg circles in each direction. Extend this left toe straight up to the sky. Eyesight at your belly button if you wish. To be modified here, you can keep this right knee bent. However, if you want to challenge yourself, send that right leg nice and long. That means you're just reaching more in opposition. And let's start with these leg circles. Lower and open. Want to stay nice and loose through those hips so you can work through that core and get a nice big stretch while you're here. Hold the rest of the body stable. Breathe through this. Work that core, drive that belly button down into your spine. Lace up that rib cage. For 5 more, go like you're going through wet cement. You need that resistance. 3, 2, and bring it back to the top. Reverse for 10. Breathe through this. Shh. Squeeze those glutes, squeeze those hamstrings, and work through those quads. Push those palm energies down into your mat to help. Just 3, 2, last 1. Hug this knee into your chest. Rest that head down. Right away, take this left leg now across your body towards the right and reach those hands and take that eyesight in opposition to the left. Nice big inhales and exhales here to release. You get that nice big stretch through your spine. Last breath cycle here. Last big inhale. And on your exhale, bring it back to center. Bend those knees in and bring it to your tabletop position. We are going to work through some 100s here. And I am going to break our 100s in half. So all that means is that I'm going to count to 50 as opposed to a 100. And that way we can break them up in half, listen to our body, and take it a little bit easier. For our first round, starting in your tabletop position, flex those feet and externally rotate to your Pilates stance position. So I'll angle myself so you can see. So my knees are together, feet flexed. Then you're gonna open, take the toes about a fist width apart. The heels are still glued together and the knees are gonna be right in line with your shoulders. This is just gonna work those inner thighs. So hands up to the sky to start. Keep your legs in this position while we do this. Take a big inhale, exhale out to your 100 and little tiny pulses with those hands. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep inhaling and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hug it in. Rest that head down. Big deep breaths. You can rock from side to side. Massage out through that spine. Big inhales through your nose and exhales through your mouth to release. And now we are going to do one more round exactly like that so we can complete our 100 set. And always the first round is like tester. Then the second round, now you can breathe better, do it better, listen to your body better. Gives us a double chance. So bring it back, starting in your tabletop position. Open, flex those feet and open to your Pilates stance position. Knees right in line with your shoulders, arms up to the sky. Big inhale, exhale, push those arms nice and long, eyesight at your belly button if you wish. And let's inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Hug those knees in, headrest down. Beautiful. Big inhales and exhales here. You can rock from side to side. Massage out through that spine. We had a couple more rounds here. And Pilates is a progression exercise, so each round will get a little bit harder than the last. But if at any point you want to revert and come back to our starting position, that's totally good with me. You listen to your body. This next one, our leg position is just going to be different. So our toes are straight up to the sky, and we're going to hold our external rotation, which is called our Pilates stance. So again, let me angle myself. Toes up to the sky. You're naturally looking at the backs of your feet. You're going to externally rotate. Heels are glued together. Toes are fist distance width apart. Those inner thighs are fired up. The booty is squeezing. And we're going to hold that external rotation. Arms up to the sky. And let's take a big inhale, exhale. Extend it long. And let's power through a 50. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hug those knees in. Rest that head down. Big, nice, deep breaths here. Rock from side to side. Massage out through that spine. Big inhales and exhales. And then we're going to do that one more time through so we can really drive it home in those inner thighs and finish out that 100 set. So let's set it up. Toes up to the sky. Glue those heels and externally rotate so the toes are fist distance width apart. Arms up to the sky. Big inhale, exhale, arms grow nice and long. Drive that belly button down and inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Hug it in. Rest that head down. Beautiful, nice big inhales and exhales. Rock from side to side. Massage out through that spine. Our last one's going to be the hardest one, but keep breathing here. Let's take just a little bit of a breather and a rest before we have to power through our last and final one. Nice big inhales and making sure that your exhale lasts longer to calm that body. Let's do 2 more breath cycles. Big inhale and exhale to release. Let's bring those toes straight. Let's bring the knees into our tabletop position because this next one, we are going to hold our Pilates stance, but our legs are going to be out at our 100, which means they're going to be angled out nice and long. The lower they are to the ground, the harder it is for your core. So you listen to your body wherever you feel most comfortable. So start the knees in the tabletop position, arms up to the sky. Nice big inhale, exhale, extend it out to your full 100. Glue the heels, toes are fist distance width apart. And let's inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Last, keep going. And we're halfway there. And exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Power through. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's rest in a happy baby stretch. So you're grabbing just the bottoms of your feet. Your knees are right up past on the sides of your shoulder blades, and rock from side to side here. This is a nice big stretch for those hamstrings, those glutes, and those inner thighs that we have been working so hard. Nice big inhales through your nose. And again, exhale lasts longer than your inhale. Let's just power through 3 more here. Melt, melt, melt into this stretch as much as you can. Last breath cycle, big inhale and exhale to release. Let's release out of this stretch. Our hands scoop back on our hamstrings, and we're gonna rock and roll ourselves up. So nice big inhale, exhale, scoop to lift. We're up in our seated position, and we are gonna do some full roll-ups. So in the previous session, we started with just half roll-ups, which gets that core engaged definitely, but these ones are the full shebang. So you listen to your body. I'm gonna give quite a few modifications here. So I'll do level 1 is if your feet are the width of your mat, so a little bit wider than your hip distance, and your knees are bent. That helps your lower back, and it helps take some of the strength off your core. Level 2, your legs can be long, no bending knees, but legs are still the width of your mat. Or level 3, legs are glued together. If you're gonna send your legs long and keep them glued together, I never wanna see your feet lift off. If you feel your feet lifting off of the mat, you gotta just work through that core a little bit more. And if you ever start to get that little bit of a lift, just give those knees a nice little bend. So we are gonna start, whether it be with mat, knees bent, legs long, still being the width of the mat, or legs glued together. Arms start long and strong, and we're gonna work through this spine, starting with our C curve, like you have a little tennis ball in your belly button. You're gonna take a big inhale, exhale, scoop, starting right from the C curve, laying one vertebrae down at a time on your mat. Lower down, control, control, control. Reach those hands above your head. Big inhale, exhale, arms scoop up. Hands are in your eyesight. Then you dive through those hands like a little magic circle up and over to your toes for this nice big stretch. That one went slow, but I just wanted us to lay the foundation. Let's start again, C curve, scoop. You might take it at a little bit of a faster pace now, but I want us to control in each direction. Taking that eyesight right through those hands, diving it over to those toes and scooping back up, rolling those shoulders back and down each time. Start with that C curve, scoop, scoop, scoop and roll and control one vertebrae down at a time. Reach those hands above your head for big counter stretch. Inhale, exhale, dive through those fingertips like a little magic circle over to your toes and bring it back up to your sitting tall position. Scoop and lower, laying one vertebrae down at a time. Reach those hands above. Inhale, exhale, scoop. Dive it over to those toes, through those hands, and back up. Let's just power through 5 more. Scoop to lower. Reach those hands over for a big counter stretch. Inhale, exhale. Dive through those fingertips up and over to those toes. Scoop to lift and roll it down. Big inhales and exhales here, taking it at your own pace and listening to your body. Control, work through that core, get that nice big stretch. Let's just power through 3 more. Scoop to lower. Reach in opposition. Inhale, exhale, scoop to lift. Over to those toes. Back up. 2 more. Scoop and lower it down. Control. Reach in opposition and scoop. Dive it over to those toes, through those hands. Bring it up and roll it down and scoop. Lower, 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 lower. Reach those hands over. Stay here. Stay laying down, reaching in opposition. I just have to inch myself this way so I have more room. Big inhales and exhales here. We just worked that core nice and big. So we're going to give it a nice big stretch here. Inhale, exhale, making that exhale last longer than your inhale. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, let's just scoop that right knee into your chest and then scoop that left knee into your chest and rock from side to side just to massage out through the spine, because next we have some more core work coming. It is nonstop, but that's all that Pilates is, working from that core and growing nice and long. So let's set it up. Knees in your tabletop position. When you're in your tabletop position, imagine that you have a plate of food right on your shins and you don't want to drop it onto the ground and you don't want to go up to the sky. So you want to balance that plate of food perfectly. We are going to start with our single leg stretch. Your eyesight can be up at your belly button if you wish, or you can let that head rest down. Regardless, whether your eyesight is up or down, you're going to take your hands opposite hand to opposite knee. Then the other one goes to the ankle. So send that left leg long, hug that right knee into your chest, and then switch those hands. Glide these legs against each other like you're going through wet cement. When you take that knee into your chest, drive that belly button down into your spine so you can work those lower abdominals. Big inhales and exhales here, taking it at your own pace. Listen to your body, powering through 5. 3 more. 2. Last set. Last side. Hug those knees in. Rest that head down. Big inhales and exhales. And again, we're going to do that twice through, just how we did with our 100s. It's good to lay the foundation, and then the second round, we can speed it up a little bit to make it a little bit harder for your core. So take 2 more breath cycles. Big inhales and exhales. Big inhales and exhales. And let's set it up. Knees in your tabletop position. Eyesight at your belly button if you wish, and let's single straight leg. Glide those legs against each other like you're going through wet cement. Draw that knee into your chest. Work those lower abdominals by driving that belly button down into your spine. Just 5 more sets. Take this at your own pace and breathe. 3, 2, last set, last side, hug it in, rest that head down. Nice big inhales and exhales here. And again, it's a progression exercise, so our next round is just going to be a little bit harder because we're going to be reaching in opposition. Let's take 3 more breath cycles here, and you can rock from side to side to massage out through that spine. And let's set it up. Knees start in your tabletop position. Eyesight up at your belly button if you wish. You're going to hug both these knees into your chest with those hands on those knees. Take a big inhale, exhale. Your arms grow long, legs grow long, arms circle, hug the knee back in. This is called our double leg extension. Let's set it up and power through 10. Extend it long and hug it in. And drawing those knees into your chest again, drive that belly button down into the spine so you can work those lower abdominals. And reaching in opposition is going to make that core work even more. For 5, take this at your own pace and breathe. 3, 2, last 1, hug those knees in, rest that head down. Nice big inhales and exhales here. Listening to your body, you can rock from side to side, massage out through that spine. Again, that was our laying the foundation. So our next round, we're going to take it at a little bit of a quicker pace. But you listen to your body, take it at your own pace. But if you want to challenge yourself, just follow along at my pace. Starting the knees in the tabletop position. Keep those hands on those knees. Eyesight up at the belly button if you wish. Draw those knees into your chest. Extend long reach legs in opposition with those arms and circle those arms and hug it in. And 9 more. Draw that belly button down into your spine. Draw those knees into your chest. Big inhales and exhales here. For 5, 3, 2, Big inhales and exhales here. Rock from side to side. Massage out through that spine. We just have one more round of core work here before we get into those glutes and those hamstrings with some bridging. But keep taking nice big inhales and exhales. Our last round is going to be our hardest, and we are going to scissor those legs. You can be various modifications for your scissors because this one's hard, but you can keep your knees in your tabletop position. Isolate your belly button if you wish. For your scissors, you can keep those knees bent and use those hands to pull in the hamstrings, or you can just keep them a little bent here, wherever you want, because sometimes we don't realize how tight our hamstrings are until we try to take our toes up to the sky. So isolate your belly button if you wish. Inhale, exhale, split those legs and use those hands to give that extra hug and switch. And then more. Drive that belly button down into your spine. Nice big hamstring stretch. Use those arms to hug that knee in for 5. Just 4 more, like you're going through wet cement. 2. Last set, last side, hug it in, rest it down. Big inhales and exhales again, just to massage through that spine. And then we'll do one more round at a little bit of a quicker pace. Make sure those exhales are lasting longer than your inhales. Let's set it up. Big inhale, exhale, bring those knees to your tabletop position. Isolate up at your belly button if you wish, and let's scissor those legs for 10. Nice big stretch. Just 7 more. Feeling like you're going through wet cement. 5, 3, 2. Last set, last side, hug it in. Rest that head down and rock from side to side. Big inhales and exhales. Take a nice big breather here. And then we're gonna switch over to glutes and hamstrings. Let's take 2 more breath cycles. Big inhale and exhale to release. Last one, big inhale and exhale to melt. Bring those legs down into your little pyramid position here. But as opposed to keeping hip distance, we're gonna glue those legs together. Imagine you have a $100 bill in between those knees and you don't wanna lose it. By gluing those knees together, you're really working those inner thighs. So arms long and strong, and we're gonna start with some bridging. We're just gonna peel up one vertebrae of our spine at a time, shoot that knee energy up over those toes to squeeze those glutes, squeeze the hamstrings, and exhale, roll it down one vertebrae at a time. And we'll take it nice and slow here because controlling through this is gonna work that core. And roll it down. Listen to your body here. We have 8 more. Lift, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the hamstrings every time you come to the top, and lower it down. And when you come all the way up into your bridge, I want you to have a nice little shallow bowl with your hips and your tummy, keeping that rib cage laced and that core engaged. Let's do 5 more. Push that energy in those hands down into your mat to help lift. And melt and lower. For 4 more, scoop. Squeeze the booty, squeeze the hamstrings, and lower. 2 more. And melt. Last one, just scoop it up. And exhale, melt and lower. Let's do just 3 sets of our knee waves in between our rounds here so we can get just a little bit of a rest. Starting those knees up and over to the other side by firing up from those obliques. 3 more sets. Just 2. Last set. Last side. Bring it back to center. Now we're going to do some little tricks here, which is going to get the glutes and the hamstrings even more. So again, squeeze those knees like there's a $100 bill and you don't want to lose it. Arms long and strong. And let's hold just one bridge up. Scoop to lift all the way up to the top. Nice little shallow bow with your hips and your tummy. We're going to do your booty taps. Tap that booty and lift. Tap and lift. Every time you get to the top, extra squeeze those glutes, those hamstrings. Breathe through this. Use those hands to push down into your mat to help lift. We've got 5, 3, 2, 1. Roll it down. Nice, big, deep breaths. 3 sets of our knee waves here just to take a little bit of a breather. Let's just do 2 more rounds just for good luck. We need 4 this time. Last set. Last side. Bring it back to center. We just have 1 more round here. You're going to take a big inhale, exhale, scoop up, peel up into 1 bridge, and we're going to do your twisty drops. So you're going to tap your right hip and then your left hip and twist and twist. And you want to try and keep the knees up to the sky as much as you can and just work through the waist here. That way you can fire up those obliques. And again, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the hamstrings every time you get up to the top. For 5, power through. 4 more. 3, 2, last set, last side. Roll it down every vertebrae of your spine. And again, little sets of our knee waves here. Big inhales and exhales. Let's take 2 more knee waves and then we'll stretch those hamstrings and those glutes. Bring these knees back to center and we're going to open up to that big happy baby stretch. So just grabbing on the bottoms of those feet, taking those knees past the shoulder blades, and you can even rock from side to side here to massage out through that spine as well. Well, this is going to give you that big hamstring stretch, big glute stretch. Just breathe and melt here. Let's just take 2 more breath cycles. Big inhale and exhale. Last one, big inhale and exhale. Release out of this stretch. Wrap those hands around on those hamstrings. And let's take a big inhale, exhale, rock ourselves all the way up to the top. We are going to now work more through these obliques. So the legs are nice and long, or you can always have a bend behind the knees if you need the extra support, or if you want to grab your couch pillow and put it under your glutes to help maintain a nice long spine here, that would be amazing. So wherever you're at, try to have a nice long spine, and we're going to work through these obliques here. So starting with those hands behind your head, right here, like you're doing a crunch. We're just going to take a big inhale, exhale, look to the right side of the room, and I'm just twisting from the waist. I'm not moving hips down. This is where our stability and mobility are coming in again. So we're just rotating right to the right side, bringing it back to center, rotating to the left. That's really going to get those obliques fired up because you're just rotating right from that rib cage. Beautiful. Keep those elbows nice and wide and lifted. I'm even going to work these arms a little bit. Take this at your own pace. 5 more sets. 3. 2 more. Last set. Last side. Bring it back to center. Arms up to the sky. Lift out from that rib cage and forward fold over to those toes. I'm giving us a nice big rest and stretch here. So grow long through the backs of these knees. Forward fold and melts here because we just have 2 more rounds that are really going to drive it home into our obliques. 1 more big inhale. On your exhale, scoop and roll it back up to center. Now this time for your obliques, your arms are going to stay nice and out to the sides of the room like an airplane. Sending our energy out in opposition is going to make that core work more. So take a big inhale, exhale, just rotate, look to the right side of the room, bring it back to center, to the left. Getting that full rotation. Take your eyesight with you. Nice long spine, and work right from those obliques. Rib cage is laced, belly button is driving up into your spine. Let's just do 5. Breathe through this and listen to your body. 3 more sets. 2. Last set. Last side. Arms reach up to the sky, grow out from that rib cage and forward fold again. Big inhale, exhale, get that nice big stretch through the backs of those legs. Melt and release here. We just have one more round that we're gonna power through. Last big inhale and exhale, scoop it up, walk it up on every vertebrae of your spine is stacked on top of each other here. Nice long spine, working that core. This last one, we're really gonna be working in opposition. So our arms start long out in front of us. Glue those feet onto your mat like I duct taped each ankle. If you feel the little lift of your heels, just give those knees a nice little bend. Arms are out long. Inhale, exhale, still working from those obliques. You're gonna take the right pinky, tap the top of your mat. So you're on this angle, which is really gonna get the core and bring it back up to center. Nice long spine each time. Reach, tap the pinky to the corner and lift. And now let's just speed it up a little bit. Tap and lift, but I still want us to be controlled. Controlling through this is really gonna work that core. Working slower is almost harder. Nice big reach. Work through those obliques. Take that ice with that hand, reaching back to the corner of your mat. So you get that full rotation. Power through this. 5 more sets. Then we get a nice big stretch. 3. 2 more. Power through the last stretch. Nice big inhales and exhales here to release. Try to melt. And let's walk it up every vertebrae of our spine. So our head is the last thing to come up. We are just gonna finish out with some rolling like a ball and some balance work. So bend your knees in. You are going to hold your ankles. You can hold your ankles, you can hold your shins, you can hold your knees, or your always hold your hamstrings wherever breathe it there. We're gonna work on our balance first. So point those toes. Big toes are tapping on the mat. You're getting this balance from your very last vertebrae. And you're just going to tap your toes on the mat and lift and tap and lift. This is just working our balance here. Nice big inhales and exhales. This one's my favorite one. Balance work is fun and challenging. It really works the core. So even while you're here, keep that rib cage laced up and fire it up. Let's tap for 4 more. 3, 2, and now just hold the toes lifted for 8 counts here. Nice big inhales and exhales to release. Big inhales and exhales to release. Once you get the good balancing point, I feel like we could just stay here forever. But let's just take 2 more breath cycles. Big inhale and exhale. And just rest those toes, tap down onto your mat, because I am going to have us roll back and roll up. But if you have osteopenia or osteoporosis, I do not want you rolling up and down on your spine. You can just hold the balance and do your little toe taps, which is still going to work that core. But if you don't, feel free to start rolling here. Just give yourself enough room. So your hands are on your ankles, your knees, your hamstrings, wherever you feel like you have a good grip. Nice long spine, lift those toes. We're gonna start with that C curve, so that tennis ball right in your belly button. Inhale, exhale, scoop from your very last vertebrae, lift and roll it up. And we wanna try and keep the size of our ball even the entire time. And control is the name of the game here. So that's gonna help you balance. Let's just do a couple more. For 5, working through that spine. 3, roll those shoulders back and down. 2, last 1, and lift. Send those legs along out in front of you. And again, one more back of the leg stretch to release and stretch out through that spine. Want us to give a nice big counter stretch. Let's take 3 breath cycles here. Big inhale and exhale to melt. Inhale and exhale to release. Last one, big inhale and exhale and roll it up. Every vertebrae of your spine, so your head is the last thing to come up. Let's face the front of the room in our crisscross applesauce position, how we started, so we can breathe it out. And then you guys will be free for the rest of your day. So palms up to the sky, roll those shoulders back and down. Again, if you need that pillow for support or you want to sit with your back up against the wall, feel free. Let's take a big inhale, scoop those hands up to the sky, and exhale to release. Roll those shoulder blades back and down. Inhale, grow that spine long, each vertebrae at a time, and release and melt. Big exhale. 2 more, scoop to lift. Inhale and exhale to release. Last one, big inhale, scoop those hands up to the sky, prayer position those hands, exhale them down to your heart center. Your eyes can blink closed and your head can tip down. With one last big inhale, and on your exhale, feel all the stress release out of your body. Open up these eyes, open up your hands, and you guys did amazing for your very last session. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You guys did amazing. Hopefully you love Pilates now. It's a good way to start off your Saturday. If you have any questions, feel free to send Sankita an email and I can answer any of those questions that you have. But regardless, I hope you guys have a great Saturday and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.